There we go. Right. We're now live. Check this volume. Righto. Subscriber, disclaimer, bypass. There we go. My ugly dial on there. That's it. Hey, sit. There you go, mate. Doing the old 6 hot cheesy balls. Where's the... There we are. Still broken. Right, let's grab this. Now, please come out in order. 1, 2. Come on, idiot. 3. Get back over there. 1. 4, 5. Get over there. That's number 4. That's number 5. Come on. Fair dinkum. Fair dinkum. 6. Righto. They all come out in order, sort of. It's number 1. And that seems the most heavily coated. Oh, no, number 2 is pretty heavily coated. There it is. Empty. Hey, Corky. Good to have you on, girl. Cheers. First one. First one. Oh, very nice. So I've got a heap of things I've got to do when I finish this. Pretty sure there's one in Newcastle, Mayfield, that's it. Very good. Very good. Number 2. So I'm actually going to get my sauce. All my different sources analysed by the CSR. The CSI. I'm just wondering if I can just take it into that joint in Mayfield West and go from there. Yeah, so hopefully I've got a number to ring, so I'll give them a ring first. Newcastle office. Anyway, be interesting to get my source analysed, and that's good. They actually do have a cheesy taste. They're not bad. They're but as as you go along, the heat builds. So this one, by the time I start getting into this one and that one, they've got all the heat in them. The ones before have heat, but yeah, they have a pleasant cheese taste as long as they're fresh. The ones I had last time, I'd already had for over a year, or 2 years, so they were stale. They were still hot, but they were stale. These actually taste good, and yeah, they have a pleasant taste, but they do have a very good burn. Cheese puffs, yep. Here in Australia, and I'm not sure where you're from, Brighton, but here in Australia, cheesels are very nice. But yeah, these are from the US, from Blazing Foods. So if you want to get onto the website, Blazing Foods, and check out their 6 hot balls. I think they're around 10 US each. Yeah, 10 US each, I think they are. That's it, crack balls. They do. They make a non-spicy one. There we go. Last one. 5 minutes. Get rid of all the bits. While you're doing this, is actually saliva builds up in your mouth. You've got to be very careful how you swallow. Well, I do. There we go. Because if you do swallow the wrong way, it does catch in your throat and you start coughing, which can be disastrous. But so far, so good. So yeah, get on to blazingfoods.com, I think it is. And yeah, check out their website. They do have quite a few different stuff, like stuff you can buy on there. And I forgot about them crack balls. They're very nice. But yeah. What's been happening, Corky? Good to see you on again. Much appreciated. I'll actually give that other mob a bit of a shake up after this as well. About those second quote for those shirts, the t-shirts. They still haven't got back to me. No. Just get onto it now. What do I want? It's going, please. Shirt order. That's it. Oh, spelled large wrong. How do I do that? There we go. Hopefully she'll get back to me very shortly. Because I'm looking at getting flags and other stuff for when I sell at the markets. So, we've had something like 4 earthquakes. Pretty sure it's 4 in the last bit over 2 months. There was one a couple of last week, and people were getting woken up. I didn't even feel it. I was snoring, and yeah, I got up and it was all on the news of people. But it wasn't a real big one. It was 4.8. There's been quite a few others, and they've all been in around about the 4. There has been a couple that caused some damage that were close to the epicenter. But yeah, for some reason around here, yeah, 4.8. And the thing is, Newcastle, there's a lot of places around here that are reclaimed. It's all swamp, and they actually built on it, and they built on it. So when you do get an earthquake, it's called liquefaction. So everything just, and then it just drops down. So that's it. Yeah, it's a phenomenon they call liquefaction. That buildings just shake and then collapse because we're on. Thanks, mate. Because we're on reclaimed land. Where I am, it's not. I'm on sand, and that holds out really well in an earthquake. Fingers crossed. But yeah, it holds out pretty well. The big one we had in '88, which isn't really big compared to California or places like that. It was a 5.6, 5.7, and that happened at 10:29 in the morning. House I was in, it was lucky it was all timber and cladding, and actually the house moved that way, and then going. I was actually trying to get off the floor because I was thrown on the floor, and I was actually looking at the ceiling, going left and right and all over the top of me. By the time it finished, felt like forever, but it was only about, I don't know, 10 seconds. It was just the loudest bang, and I was just thrown. But yeah, I got up after the house stopped shaking, and I opened up the front door and a set of steps to get up to the house, which was, like around about nearly 6 foot. The steps were around about a metre, 3 foot away from the back, from the veranda. That's the house had moved back 3 foot, and I was actually on piers. So I just got stuff out that I thought was important. My wife, now my ex-wife, but yeah, she was at work, and the kids were at school. But I just got all the stuff out that I could think of, because I knew once I reported that, they would just say, that's it, everyone out. Yeah, that was pretty wild. And then they had to jack the whole house up and they put it back on the piers. But we couldn't live in the house because it was considered unstable. Interesting times. So I've been in earthquakes, not that bad, but yeah. But that one in '88, it was something like 14 killed. There was a lot of buildings that collapsed. Like I said, the thing that saved me, and I was right on that fault line, was the house. Being timber and cladding, it could actually move. If it was brick, like I've got a brick veneer place here, if I was on the fault line, it just would have just collapsed. And but being on sand, I'm pretty safe here. So that's really that's it. I've been in a few cyclones, or hurricanes as you call them over in America, and they're interesting to say the least. But I've never been in a tornado, and I definitely don't want to be in a tornado or anywhere near one. I've actually watched enough of those with storm chasers and all that, and I just go, you lunatics, stay away from it. But nothing but destruction. That nothing any good comes out of a tornado. Anyway, enough of my rambling. Thanks for getting on, everyone, and I'll do another one tomorrow. Yeah, round about this time. We'll see what happens. All right. Thanks once again, and I'll catch you all later. Tag. Yep. Righto. Done. Right, cool. See you later.